Welcome to our 85th anniversary of our Revere Club. We're going to start by having the salute to the flag, please. Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Pamela, we're having an opening song, God Bless America. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the light with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairie, to the oceans, white with song. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Bill, you gonna? Yes, Bill, invocation.
Greetings and salutations, fellow Kiwanis. It's also nice to see you. Thank you for taking time to care. Haven't been to a meeting for a while, but been here for 40 years and I've seen a lot of things go on. And right now, it's good to see the mayor of one of my former nursery school students. Come a long way together. Wow. And let us bow our heads for a minute. And let's remember all the good Kiwanis that came before us, that gave community service, that gave love to the children of the world, that promised to make our lives a better place to live. And let's remember the people who protect us, our law enforcement agencies, fellow people in the service. God bless them all, and God bless all the Kiwanis work that we're about to embark on and continue to do. Bless us all. Amen.
Please be seated. We're going to start with an introduction of the head table in the clubs that are present. On the end, we have a brand new mayor of Revere, Rigo? Brian. I'm from Ipswich, by the way, so. We also have the governor of New England District of Kiwanis. It includes the 6 states in New England plus Bermuda. So we have to take trips to Bermuda once in a while, just to keep that in mind. Donna, you've been there. We have, our president, Pat Jones. This is her second time around. We have our club secretary, distinguished club secretary, Pamela M. Anderson. And I'm Bill Barney. I'm an assistant secretary, and nobody else wanted to stand up and do this. All right, we're going to, we have a few presentations, but before we start that, I'm going to have the Lieutenant Governor say a few words.
How we all doing? So Dan Bennett, as a lot of you may know, is running for governor-elect. He asked me to put some things on the table, so if you take a look at his resume. The other thing is, I believe his name is Bob Nissenbaum, approached me at the Lassender Club in Somerville. He had spoken to me about a nonprofit company called Hearts and Noses. They're like an amateur clown outfit that does a lot of going to the hospital, seeing children and stuff like that. He asked me to talk about if anybody needs a guest speaker for any of their meetings or interclubs, or maybe some kind of an event that we can do with them. I really like the idea. I went on their website. I think they're phenomenal. If you need any information, just let me know and I can get that to you. We're also about halfway through our 2016 year. So if your board or your members, make sure we get an election going for 2017, and make sure we put those on the website. And of course, I am still recruiting for the Burlington Club. So anybody, friends, family, or anybody you know that work in that area, We can really use some members. We're up to 7 people roughly right now. We can go anywhere for our meetings. We plan on doing a night meeting the 1st and 3rd, and maybe a breakfast meeting on the 2nd and 3rd, whatever of the week. Try to get different people that work, not work, whatever, different schedules to really try to get it going. So if you know anybody, please let me know. We really want to try to get this done for this calendar year, by September. Thank you.
Can we have a member from each club stand up and just tell us what club they represent, how many members they have, and if you have something you want to talk about, like we have an upcoming casino bus trip, which is a good fundraiser, by the way. We'll start with Everett.
To the left of me, we have excellent secretary here, Donna Keogh, past president, Joanne Gregory, board member, Jerry Dorr. Up and coming events, we do have a boat cruise coming up on June 28th. $60 a person. A few members did come with us in the past. It's a real good event. It's selling out fast, so please let us know if you want to go to that as soon as possible. We need to book a bus, or we have trolleys, but we might need to book another trolley because it's not being full right now. All right, so I'd like to get that final date on that is May 29th. May 20th, June 28th, but May 29th is when they need to have a final head count. So that's a real good time. Thank you very much.
Chelsea here.
Hi, Tricia Williams, President of Chelsea.
Can I say something? Chelsea started Revere April 17th.
Thank you. I have Renee Queso Griffin, board member, and Michael Mason, member. And the upcoming is in June 11th, is the 17th annual Chelsea Kiwanis Track and Field Day. We do raise scholarships for the Chelsea High School.
Boston.
East Boston, buddy. Thank you very much. East Boston's happy to be here as usual. You do a great job. Thank you very much. Sitting at our table right over here, we have distinguished past Lieutenant Governor Marisa DePietro, member of Janet Rosa, member of our Board of Directors, our President Mary Jane Barber, and our President-elect John Schwagel, and of course our distinguished past Secretary John Gillis. And our interclub will be on June 21st, on a Tuesday evening at Spinelli's, and we have a great inspirational speaker. His name is Ralph Lewis of the Houston Astros.
No.
So please join us at 6 o'clock at Spinelli's on that Tuesday. Also on May 14th, we have our upcoming bicycle safety rodeo at the Salesians Boys and Girls Club. All are welcome. It's another event that Kiwanis sponsors every year. And thank you again. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Malden.
I'm Robin Jorgensen, and I'm president, and I have with me very distinguished people. I have George Collins, twice past president, past distinguished lieutenant governor, his wife, Marilyn, who is now president-elect, and Daniel Hender, past lieutenant governor, were you distinguished? No? Lieutenant governor. Okay, past lieutenant governor, and also past president 2 times. And we have raffle tickets, a chance to win a book of $30 scratch tickets. Those have $1 million and everything. The drawing is next Wednesday, so you wouldn't have to wait long to find out you're a winner. And they're $10 a piece, and if anyone's interested, I have them. They benefit our scholarships that we're giving out soon. And we are also having a new event we call Bubbles and Books, a citywide event where we're collecting used books, children's books, and passing them out to children in June, on June 4th.
I'm Revere Kiwanis. I'm past distinguished president and current president. I have past president Patty Carson, and current secretary, past treasurer John Carson, and I'm one of our newest members, Jay Campbell, Jessica, you know, he's in real estate and he's a social media expert. And I want to congratulate Revere on their 85th birthday. And next Wednesday is our 38th annual fight night. We have like 12 tickets left. If anyone is interested, let us know. And we also have the next month coming up, our children's literacy program, where we give out books to all the first and third graders in the city of Medford, along with our $10,000 in scholarships to the children. Which one? The books be like the first week in June. If you'd like to come and go around the school, we'd be happy to have you.
Somerville.
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Michael Williams. I'm the current president-elect. To my left here, I have distinguished past President Patricia Eng, past President Tony Chigarillo, the former mayor of Somerville, Gene Broom, and past President Isaac Machado. And the first week in June, we have our bike safety program, which all the kids from the city of Somerville come in. The police officers, we distribute helmets and teach the kids how to ride the bike properly throughout the city.
Has anybody missed besides Revere? Okay, we need well, wait a minute, we have Barbara Bush Bishop, not the other, from Mr. DeLeo's office, and she's here to make a presentation. Would you like to do the presentation now? And Pat? Yeah, go ahead.
There you go, honey. Thank you. I'm here today to represent Speaker of the House, Bob DeLeo, who's unable to be here today. It's budget day at the State House when they release the budget, so. But I'd like to, on behalf of the Speaker, I'd like to read this citation. Be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to the Kiwanis Club of Revere in recognition of the 85th anniversary and the meaningful impact the club has had on the city of Revere. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success in all endeavors. Given this 13th day of April 2016 at the State House, Robert A. DeLeo, Speaker of the House, and also Representative Rosalie Vincent, State Representative from the great city of Revere. Thank you.
Okay, now the best thing to do on Revere is to have everybody from Revere stand. These are all members of the Revere Kiwanis Club.
Not really.
Not all of them.
From Revere, but I'm a member of the East Boston Club.
I only want people that pay dues to the Revere Club. All right, thank you.
See if I can upset all the drinks and everything going here. Fly on the wing here. Hello, everybody. I'm Bart Stevens from Maine, where it's very beautiful today. Some of you refer to it as northern Massachusetts, perhaps, still to this day. But so it gives me great pleasure. I just learned about this, but to present the mayor with a certificate of honorary membership. This entitles, this is to certify that Brian, mayor, is elected as an honorary member of the Kiwanis Club of Revere and is given the fellowship and privileges of such membership. Not many of these get given out, so you're a special guy. Hey, so congratulations.
I also have a presentation on behalf of the City of Revere, the Revere City Council, and myself in recognition of the 85 years and your birthday today. We have a mayoral and city council citation, and it's in recognition of the 85 years of dedicated community service to the city of Revere. Special recognition is accorded to the Revere Kiwanis Club. The city of Revere offers its sincerest congratulations and commends the past, present, and future Revere Kiwanians for upholding the Kiwani motto, serving the children of the world within our community. So thank you. Thank you for the honorary membership. I appreciate it, and I look forward to a great partnership between ourselves. So thank you.
Good thing I ate just a little bit for lunch, saving myself for dessert later, I guess it is. So I guess another one of the things I get to do today is to induct a new member into Kiwanis, and it's one of the best things that we get to do in Kiwanis. I get to do this all over New England, so it's kind of fun. Unfortunately, over the years, our out-migration has been greater than our in-migration, so it's always great to see new members coming on. And I believe if I'm keeping track, it changes hourly, but you'll be our plus 125th member this year in New England. So excellent on that. So what I'd like to do first is have your sponsor just tell us a little bit about you. Oh, it's me. Where is no, very basic.
I met Rick a few years ago doing volunteer work through a veterans organization and working with the Revere Columbus Day Parade. And ever since then, he's like an older brother now. So, and it's great to have him with the Kiwanians because I know he will give 150% every time he comes in to help us out. So I'm very honored to have you join our group.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Richard, do you have anything to add?
I just want to say thank you very much for the recognition.
I was going to say, here's your chance to lay your past out in front of us and let us know how it's going. Go on. So on behalf of the Kiwanis Club of Revere, it gives me great privilege to induct you as the newest member of the club. So congratulations, and bear with me while I get this pin going.
So I believe this is my 4th year with the Kiwanis, and this guy's got 40. Can you imagine? This is a huge honor, I think, and it's an honor for me to present this. I've known Bill now for the 4 years, you know, between the Christmas parties and the meetings that he came, and he's been around for quite a long time. He was the past Distinguished Lieutenant Governor, 1980-81, and he was a past Distinguished Lieutenant Governor, 80-81, and a past President from 79 to 80. So this club, as many of our other clubs, have a lot of roots, a lot of heritage, a lot of longtime members, which is great to see. Bill, this is my honor to present you with the Legion of Honor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations. May I pin you as well?
We did have a presentation of a red jacket for Pat, President Pat, and the red jacket is actually paid in full, except it's not here. So I think I'll hold on to our donation to the Kiwanis Foundation of New England. until I see that red jacket. Now we'll have a, by the way, I have a red jacket, but it shrunk. It shrunk twice. Pat, would you like to have a couple of few words?
Oh, sure. So hello again, everyone. You can't really see him, but over here in the corner is my traveling companion, Ned. He goes everywhere with me. He's the official mascot of the district, and the Circle K governor and the Key Cub governor also have a lobster that they travel with named Ned. So, you know, we've got to come up with a new name. Ned, New England District, but now that Bermuda's part of us, we just haven't quite figured out how to rename Ned to include a B in that process there. What's Ned's been in hiding for a couple years because the past couple predecessors before me, governors, have not been comfortable with their maleness, I guess. They didn't like to be seen with a stuffed animal traveling around the district. So I've had no problem with that, but I did draw the line when we installed when we had the installation of the first new club in the district, the Young Professionals Club of Greater Boston. I felt very self-conscious walking through the streets of Boston carrying a stuffed lobster, I'll tell you. Thankfully, it was after dark. So, on behalf of the district and myself, it gives me great pleasure to congratulate Revere on their 85th anniversary. It's quite an accomplishment, and there's a lot of service hours and a lot of hard work to do that. I believe April 17th is the original date, April 17th, 1931. So we think back to 1930-31, it was probably quite an undertaking when this club was first chartered. So I don't go anywhere without my lifeblood, probably like most of you. So as I'm driving here today, don't tell anyone, I'm Googling the club trying to find something out and trying to find out what's going on in 1931. But my predecessor in 1931 was a Dr. Frank Dow from Fitchburg. And if you type his name in, it comes up with this whole big article in the Fitchburg Gazette, I believe it. I don't know if it's still called that or not, but that's what it was at the time, with everything about him and how important Kiwanis was and how having another club going here in the district was going to make a really big difference. Now, I have been a Kiwanis member for 24 years, so next year will be the big one for me, 25 years. I spent the last 12 years as a function chair for the district, so I get to meet an awful lot of you from that. And I guess that's where I'm going with this, is that in those 12 years, this has been an incredibly active division at the district level. So thank you for that, everyone, and congratulations for that. A couple of things I'm going to throw out there. Somebody mentioned Dan Bennett. You mentioned Dan Bennett a couple minutes ago. There are two candidates for governor this year. The other candidate is also from Massachusetts, Dennis Murphy, but from the far western reaches of the district. So when we have our convention coming up in August 19th to the 21st, hope to see a lot of you. It's in Cromwell, Connecticut, so it's really not that far away. Those two candidates will be running for the position to replace, to become governor-elect and to replace Governor-elect Bill Jenkins, who will be stepping up as I step down, probably unwillingly. I don't give up on anything easily, so I'm not going to give up my gavel very easily. But you do an awful lot of service in the community, but you know what? One of the best things that we do, and one of the best things that we ever founded, and I just spent the weekend doing it, I just came back from the Key Club convention in Springfield, Massachusetts last weekend. There was almost 1,000 high school kids there. So there's a lot accomplished, and there's very little sleep. But we have, like I said earlier, we're about plus 125 on membership right now. We're approaching 4,200 members. Key Club hit 7,500 members in New England this year. And we had a representative there from the Key Club organization in Indianapolis who had just held their district convention and trying to figure out what the secret in New England is, because they have 12,000 Key Club members in Indianapolis, in Indiana, and they have 200 that appear at their district convention. So they're trying to figure out what the secret is. And the secret has been a couple of people, Tim Daly, George Whitney, who have managed to keep that organization flourishing over the years. But these kids are our future, young adults. I hate to call them kids, they're young adults, and they do an absolutely fantastic job. This is not a formal weekend by any stretch, but they are in suits and ties. They look like very young professionals, as we hope that they will. But their governor this year, Lexi Jameson, from Maine, so of course I'm proud of her, took on a district-wide project of collecting school supplies for COPE, Children of Peace International, Ben Rebecki. It's been a project for Key Club for a lot of years. And about 10 years ago, Key Club actually built a school in Vietnam, which they have been supporting all these years. But this past weekend, the kids brought in, or the young adults, excuse me, brought in 1,500 pounds of school supplies. That's a lot of pencils, pens, erasers, notebooks, scotch tape, etc., and packed backpacks as a service project for the weekend. And it's going to take quite an undertaking to get all those products over to Vietnam. But more important to me, or more fascinating, I guess, is on Saturday night, much like we do with our foundation, with Eliminate, we do a parade of checks. The Key Clubbers did a parade of checks on Saturday night, and this past year they raised $55,000 for 3 district charities: UNICEF, the New England District Foundation, and what was the second one? Children of Peace International, the one that I was just talking about. So it goes to show, what you can do if you put your mind to it. And sometimes we sort of get a little bit jaded, and I often joke about the fact that a lot of my friends start running when they see me coming because they're wondering what I'm after today, and I'm sure you all have had that feeling over the years. But these young adults, they don't have that qualm at all. They really believe in those projects that they're out there for, and they go at it heartfelt and with gusto. So all of you that sponsor Key Club, please be very proud of them, and please take an active role with them in the overall process here. So again, I guess it's lunchtime, so I won't bore you too much. Attend convention, please, if there's any chance in August. It's the election of our offices. Many of you may have caught up with it or may not have caught up with it as of yet, but we took on a lot this year. Manny, as Lieutenant Governor, will vouch that we had a lot of undertakings this year. I'm not one to sort of just sit around. So we looked at our divisional structure. The 26 divisions that currently exist in October will be reduced to 21 divisions, more reflective of our membership that's out there. We've completely undertaken our policies and procedures from the ground up and rewritten them, condensed them from 120 pages down to about 30 pages, more reflective of probably how we function today. We've hired a membership coordinator, Bob Kinney. Many of you probably know Bob Kinney. Bob Kinney's out there. He's a dog when it comes to chasing on membership part of it, and he works really hard at it. But it was my belief that we're all volunteers, and although we give of our time, we're limited on how much we can do with that. So perhaps a paid individual would be able to put a little bit more time and energy into it, and Bob was at a spot in his career where he was able to cut back on his job responsibilities and take this added responsibility on for membership retention and opening new clubs. So we've opened 1 new club this year in Boston, and we have 12 in the works at this point in time. So I'm going to hold Manny to task and all of you to task to make sure that Burlington actually comes about by the end of the year, and that we continue this positive momentum we've had for the past couple of years on our membership. So thank you, and again, congratulations, Revere, on your 85th anniversary.
The 50-50 raffle. They're getting it together. All right, do you have those pins?
Oh, I was supposed to talk about that.
You can't get rid of me that easily. I travel with stuff all the time. So I always put in a shameless plug because I have a pin on my lapel, which is a governor's pin. And those are being sold for $10 a piece, and all funds go to the Eliminate Project. So between my governor's pin this year and the silent auction, which many of you contributed to in either the fall training conference or the midwinter training conference, we've raised $8,000 for our foundation and Eliminate. It's split 50-50 is how Pat and I decided to do it this year. So if anybody would like one of those pins, I have them with me. But more importantly, are there any past lieutenant governors in the room? Please stand. Are there any of you that are standing that received a pin since August of last year? If you received a pin already, you can sit back down. But otherwise, I have a pin for each of you. The past lieutenant governors committee is one of the most important committees that we have. They are the people who are charged and tasked with developing the membership and the leadership skills throughout the district, and most importantly, responsible for finding Manny's replacement. Because until he has a replacement, he stays. That's just the rule.
I may be doing 2 years. I gotta set up another caucus because somebody had backed out for next week.
The unfortunate part of that rule now is Kiwanis International changed the bylaws this past year, and lieutenant governors can only serve for 2 years now. So, no, I'd like to have all of you come down front because I have a pin for you. In recognition of the hard work that the past lieutenant governors committee has done over the years, the group got together and created a pin that they asked you to wear proudly when you're out and about so people will recognize you as past lieutenant governors. I refer to it as a sheriff's pin because it actually looks like a sheriff's pin. It has 7 points on it, 1 point for each of the New England states and another point for the country of Bermuda. So thank you for your past service, and that doesn't mean you don't get to play. You need to be, talking amongst your clubs and membership over the years. So please take one of these pins.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. You're welcome to go back and get more from the bar and dessert. Don't forget dessert.